So there are ways to create a cinematic poster, and I'm going to share an easiest way. So if you love designing and if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, then please do subscribe. And also I'm going to give away a brand new LUT for my Patreon member. So if you're not a patron yet, then please check on the description is below. And there are tons, yes, there are tons to cover. So without any further ado, let's dive into the video. The very first thing, I want to thank all of my Patreon members for being so supportive, and thank you so much for your love and support. And I hope all the resources that I provided in my tutorials are helpful to you guys. And also I'm going to give away a brand new LUT. And so if you're not a member yet, or if you're not a Patreon member yet, then please check in the description box below. And I know we're having some issues with one-on-one session. So if you are subscribed for one-on-one session and if you're not able to get in touch with me, please send me a private message and I'll reply you back. And yep, I'm going to start the one-on-one session in coming up months. There are ways to get connected with me. You can check my Instagram or you can DM me on my Facebook too. And both Instagram link and the Facebook link will be available on the description is below. So yep, let's dive into the tutorial. And very first thing, let's create a work com. And for that, press Ctrl and N. And I'm going to use the same aspect ratio. It's 4:5, resolution to 300, color mode to RGB. Let's keep everything as default and let's click on create. And I want to go very slow so you guys can follow along. Let's drag and drop our very first image. And now very first thing, let's drag and drop this background image right over here. And let's convert it as a smart object. Press Ctrl and T. Let's make it a little bigger, somewhere around this size. And let's keep it right around here for now. And let's drag and drop this player cutout right over here. And I would keep it somewhere around here. And let's see. So let's drag and drop right around here. Now let's turn off the visibility for now and let's make a selection right just like so. And again, let's make a selection on the bottom. Here we go. Maybe right around here. And let's click on generate fill and let's see what it comes up with. Alrighty. Alright, I think I like this one better. So let's keep it like that and let's keep it just under the player image and let's turn on the visibility for now. Now let's group these two. Let's keep it inside a group, Ctrl G. Let's rename it as a background and let's rename it as player image just like so. And let's see, let's keep it right around here. And there are multiple ways to add highlights. So let's add the highlights on my way. So let's go over here. Let's add a new solid. And let's give it a kind of brighter color. Right click, create clipping max. Let's fill that clipping max with black color. All right, now let's go back to brush. Now let's go for a general soft brush and let's add the Ace Glow. And then before that, we can start adding some brighter part right over here, but we can do it later. So let's draw the highlights first. So let's start from here. Just a small touch, just like that. All right, and let's add some more right around here. And let's drop down the flow a little bit. Here we go. And let's add a few right around here. And let's add some highlights just like so, maybe some right around here. Let's increase the flow to 100%. Let's add few right around here. And what I like to do is add some smudge. So let's go over here, click on that smudge brush, and let's make it softer, just like so. And from here too. And if you have a drawing tablet, use that one. It's gonna be much easier. But for now, I'm just using my mouse. And let's add few right around here. Here we go. Let's make it more softer, just like that. And again, go back to brush. Let's drop down the opacity a little bit. And let's add a few highlights right around here. And again, maybe more right around here. And I want to add a few strokes right over here. And maybe right around here. And again, go back to smudge tool. And let's add few smudge right. So it's gonna take some time. So if you give some time to refine, you're gonna get the better result. So let's keep it like that for now. And I'm gonna change the blending mode to overlay, or I want to go to blending mode and change the blending mode to screen. And let's make a one more copy. Control J. Again, create clipping max. And let's go back to brush. And let's make, and let's add few strokes right around here. And from here, let's erase these parts from this brush. Here we go. There we go. So this is what we got. And let's add one more layer on top. Let's go for a kind of brighter color, and let's add a source light right around here. And let's change the blending mode to screen. Here we go. And let's keep everything like that for now. And now let's work on shadows. So let's go over here, add a curve, and let's make it darker, just like so. Let's create a layer max, go to brush, and again fill that layer max with black color. Go back to brush, and with the white color selected, let's add some shadows right underneath, like right around here. And let's keep it like that for now. And let's add a text. Neymar, Neymar. Now let's keep this font like that. Press Ctrl and T. Let's make it a little bigger. Let's keep it right around here. Let's keep it all the way to the bottom. Right around here. Let's make a copy. Now let's convert this as a shape. And let's make it bigger, and let's make it something like that. Then again, let's Control G, let's move it, and let's keep it maybe right around here, just like so. Now let's make a selection right around here. just like so. And let's make a selection, and let's make inverse selection. Press Ctrl Shift and I, and let's create a layer max. So that's this text gonna go underneath. And yep, I think I like it better. Now let's add a PNG like this one. Let's drag and drop this PNG right over here, and let's keep it and maybe let's keep it right around here. All right, now let's do some color adjustment. So select this player image, go to filter, and let's go to camera raw filter, and let's add a clarity a little bit. Here we go. Let's drop down the texture just like that. Let's increase the highlights, let's increase the shadows, and let's increase the vibrance. And let's go over here and color mixer, and for the saturation of orange, let's drop it down just like that. Let's do the same thing for red, and for the hue, let's move more toward red, somewhere around here. Yep, let's keep it like that. And yep, I think I like this one better, so let's keep it like that, and let's click on OK. So this is what we got. And now let's add a color LUT on very top. So this is the LUT that I'm talking about, and it gives a kind of more cinematic color look to your poster. So let's go over here and click on load, and I'm going to use this Windy Cine version 2. So let's go over here, click on that, and click on load. So this is what we got. So this is before and this is after. So just like that. And now let's go on very top. Let's add some vignetting. So for that, add a curve. Let's make it a little darker. And again, go back to brush. Make sure the color is white. And let's make it a general soft brush. And let's, here is somewhere around here. Here we go. I think I like this better. And again, if you want to do some color adjustment, just let's go over here, add a color balance. And let's go more toward warmer tone. Here we go. And maybe, oh, yep, something like that. Somewhere around here. I think I like this better. Again, let's add a logo right over here. Let's make it a little smaller, and let's keep it right around here. Let's keep the logo right around here. Here we go. Let's keep it just right around here. Now let's add a text on the bottom. Here we go. Let's keep it all the way to the top. And let's keep it in the center, just like so. And now let's merge everything. Ctrl Shift Alt and E. And let's make one more copy. Ctrl J. And I like to add a blur. So go to filter, go to blur, and let's add a motion blur. Maybe let's keep it a little subtle, or maybe a little less. Yep, let's like that. Create a layer max. Again, let's fill it with black. Go back to brush. With the white color selected, let's get that effect back on some of these parts. Just like so. And maybe some more right around here. And yep, so that's the final, and I hope you guys learned something new from this tutorial. And I'll see you on next video. Till then, you guys take care, be safe, and be creative. Bye-bye.